This is the Platinum Trophy for God of War Ragnarok, a trophy that will only be unlocked once I fully beat the game, 100% completed, as well as defeat the Berserker King and the Valkyrie Queen herself, which is fair to say is going to absolutely test my rage levels to the fullest. The story picks back up in Kratos' home in Midgard during Fimbulwinter, foreshadowing that the end times are near. And immediately after going through an insane chase sequence with Freya, who for some reason wants Kratos dead, we head back home as we witness our wolf's final moments, who had been getting closer and closer to death. He then passes away and Atreus heads off to mourn the death of his wolf, but of course he never returns. Some things just never change, I guess. Therefore we obviously have to go after him, and our chase leads us to this bear, which I beat pretty easily cause I'm just that guy, you know, only to discover that it wasn't just any bear. What? Damn, okay, so he's really starting to tap into his powers now. I mean, they're probably gonna come in pretty handy in the future as well. Kratos then lectures him on controlling his powers, and that's when we get our first trophy of the game for battling the bear. We then head back home as I noticed it was getting particularly cloudy and stormy outside.
What was that?
There he comes. Okay, so they pretty much took the end credits from the other God of War game frame for frame. That's pretty cool, bro. Thor then walks in as he wasn't here to fight, but rather to negotiate. They then exchange a few words before the real deal arrives. Again, bro, and who might this be? Wait, is that Odin? And indeed it sure was. Odin then walks in and makes a proposition. Kratos stops meddling in the Norse prophecy, as well as Atreus stops his search for Tyr, and everyone walks away. To which Kratos simply replies,
No.
oh my god, a true man of a very few words. Odin then leaves disappointed as we get an absolutely insane early game boss fight reminiscent of the Baldur fight from the first game. Holy, now that was a swing and a half. Thor is now really pissed off as he ultimately defeats Kratos, or kinda. Wait, how did I even die? What?
Oh no. I say when we're done.
Oh bro, that was way too cold from him, oh my days. Kratos tries to defend himself, but Thor is having none of it as he destroys our shield, spits in our face, and reveals that Odin has plans for Atreus that will soon play a major role in the story. Thor then flies off after letting us know that our blood debt is paid, and also giving us a trophy, which is a nice gesture from him. We then meet up with my favorite characters Brock and Sindri, who let us stay at their place since our home isn't so safe anymore, and while there, Atreus insists on wanting to go look for Tyr, who he strongly believes is still alive due to a shrine we saw earlier. Kratos, trying his best to become a better father, accepts his son's request, and we're off to Svartalfheim to look for Tyr. Upon arriving there, I first got these two trophies for upgrading something, as well as purchasing my first skill. And then after going through a few expected obstacles, we finally arrive at the prison Tyr is supposed to be at. We break open the door only to meet a very strange Tyr who doesn't seem to be himself. We then return home, and after Atreus overhears his father saying that rescuing Tyr might have been a mistake, we get to play as Atreus for the first time as he goes to meet Freya in order to convince her to join their efforts to stop the prophecy from happening.
Freya!
I mean, bro, she did try to kill us at the start, so I'm not sure this is the best idea, man. But not to our surprise, she doesn't give us any information and very kindly asks us to never come see her ever again. Atreus then returns home and comes up with the worst excuse ever for disappearing.
Pee?
Peeing? Bro, you don't pee that long, man. Come on. Atreus then gets into an argument with Kratos about who he really is and what being Loki actually means. He gets angry and goes to sleep and suddenly wakes up in a place called Ironwood where we meet Angerboda, who acts as his guide during this part of the game. But it's there we find out that her grandmother had been killing animals for fun, which leads to this mini boss fight against Atreus' guide's grandma. So yeah. I hate to do this to you, grandma. I mean, that was a pretty special boss fight, let's just say. Oh, at least we get a trophy for it, the cauldron. Atreus then tries to go back home, but Kratos gets to him before. He then gets super pissed at his son, but has to stop himself due to enemies surprising them. Oh no, not a Valkyrie again. Am I gonna be here for another 10 hours or what, man? But to my surprise, I did pretty well and got through the fight with who turned out to be Freya again, who then makes Kratos an offer that will set things right between them.
I refuse to remain bound to this realm. We travel to Vanaheim.
Vanaheim, we've never been there before. Oh nice, backyard brawl. We then travel to Vanaheim where we meet Freya's brother Freyr, and our journey there leads us to this fight with this crazy multi-dimensional dragon. Damn, this dragon looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I kinda just wanna play with it. But of course I can't do that, so we defeat it and unlock 2 trophies in the process. Okay, let's equip this enchantment then. Oh, how it started, nice. And root of the problem, 2 trophies in like 30 seconds, that's cool. But that wasn't enough to feed my hunger for trophies, so I went and picked up this lady's orb that she'd been crying about, and retrieved Freya's sword that will come in handy for our battles ahead. And now is where the story really gets crazy. Upon returning home, almost everyone at the house disagrees with Atreus' idea to travel to Asgard to get answers from Odin. This makes him really angry as he feels no one trusts him, storms off as a bear like he did at the beginning of the game, and eventually finds his way to Asgard by himself. Once there, he climbs a giant wall and comes face to face with Heimdall, who, let's just say, has nothing on the MCU's Heimdall, may he rest in peace. But eventually Odin arrives and welcomes him with surprising warmth and offers him a place in Asgard, promising to help him understand his powers and the secrets of the Jotnar. He then asks for Atreus' help deciphering writings on a mysterious mask, and then sends him off to Muspelheim along with Thor to get the next piece of the puzzle. And that's where Atreus discovers that Surtur can only destroy Asgard in Ragnarok if he combines with his lover Sinmara. He then gets the next piece of the mask as we get to see what Kratos has been up to back at Sindri's home. He explains a plan to go travel underwater to meet the goddess of fate, who essentially know our every move always and who warned Kratos about Heimdall. Kratos then goes to forge the Draupnir spear since he knows he'll need it to defeat Heimdall, as we come face to face with Odin on our way home.
I just want to talk. Dad to dad. I know you're not the god you once were. And now is your chance to prove it.
Return, my son, or you may meet the god I once was.
Oh, that line was very cold, my man. It's also here I completed another side mission for the Rebel Leader trophy. Shortly after, Odin sends Atreus off to Helheim for the next piece of the puzzle. And obviously, things go super well there. Oh yeah, Atreus, of course saving a giant evil looking wolf trapped in hell is a good idea. Things obviously then go super wrong as Heimdall reveals we had just freed Garm, a wolf that can tear through the fabric of reality. After realizing he messed up, he travels back home and is immediately greeted by a huge fighting caused by what he had just done. Kratos then takes this opportunity to show off his new weapon as we get a trophy for remembering the old Spartan teachings. Kratos and Atreus then head off to Helheim to stop Garm for once, as we get another huge creature boss fight. This fight kinda reminds me of the first dragon from the first game, but like a little bit cooler. We then defeat Garm and unlock a trophy for doing so, but unfortunately because it has no soul, the wolf returns to life. Oh man, you're not dead? What's going on here? To fix this problem, Atreus comes up with the idea of putting his dead wolf's soul into Garm, therefore ending the chaos it had been causing, which works wonders. Okay, I gotta admit, Atreus does do some stupid things, but this was a great idea. Kratos then travels back to Vanaheim to prepare for Ragnarok, and that's where we're ambushed by Heimdall. Oh, not you again. We then make great use of our new spear and defeat him after a long and brutal fight.
This isn't who you want to be!
Holy, that was a mad fight, man. Wow.
I don't know if we are breaking fate, or fate's breaking us.
Nice comeuppance for killing Heimdall. After getting back home, Atreus finally convinces everyone to let him go back to Asgard to get the remaining piece of the mask.
Heimdall's dead. Happen to know something about that? Anything?
I mean, technically no,
Well,
since Kratos killed him, not Atreus, but whatever.
Never believed you had anything to do with this. I'm glad you're back.
Bro, I love how Odin is just a manipulative bastard, man. Atreus then deciphers that the final piece of the mask is in Niflheim, so Odin sends him out there again with Thor, and after retrieving the final piece, Odin shows up again, followed by Thor's wife, who reminds him that Atreus killed his children, but right before Thor can make Atreus pay, he teleports back home still holding the mask in his hand. And that's when we discover why Tyr was being so weird this entire time.
I will lead us to Asgard.
Excuse me, but if you got a way to Asgard, where's that idea been this whole fucking while?
Yeah, I mean, we
Relax.
could have used the path
Not
to
a fair
Asgard this
question,
entire
brother.
time. Brock kinda has a point here.
I still want to hear the details on this new way to Asgard you got. Spill it!
It's an ancient path. We can't reach it from here.
Where then?
Let me collect my things and I'll show you.
You ain't got no things. And where you going with that map, Brock? That belongs to the kid. He earned it. All you done was make passable dirt soup.
Brock, it's okay.
No, it ain't. This ain't right. All the pieces ain't welding together true. Like, what's with him calling you Loki anyway? You know that ain't his name. Hey! I'm talking to you! You never shut up!
What?
Brock!
What the hell? So this entire time it was actually Odin? Odin then gets away, but without his beloved mask, as we say goodbye to the greatest character ever. Man, I can't believe they actually killed him, man. He was the one holding it all together, bro. We then decide that it's time to go meet Surtur to begin Ragnarok. And after striking his lover's heart that he holds in his chest with blades, Ragnarok has officially begun. But suddenly, two sisters show up to spoil the party. We take care of business as usual and unlock our newest trophy. Once Ragnarok begins, Kratos, Atreus, and their allies launch a full-scale assault on Asgard. Kratos confronts Odin in his chamber, and after a final battle, they defeat him. Atreus traps Odin's soul in a marble, which Sindri then shatters in rage for the loss of his brother. With Asgard collapsing, Atreus decides to leave and search for the remaining giants, while Kratos stays behind, now seen as a god worthy of worship. The game ends with hope for a new beginning, as Kratos embraces a future shaped by choice and not prophecy. And now onto the second part of the grind, the 100% completion and final game cleanup. And of course, the first thing I did was attend the legend's funeral. Rest in peace, Brock. You will not be forgotten, man. Definitely the best character other than Kratos in my opinion. And there's the trophy, a funeral for a friend. I then freed some random giant creature for the Making Immense trophy, completed all of the crater hunts, returned the stags of the 4 seasons, and opened every Nonir chest available. I then also went ahead and completed the favor of freeing all of the half Goofas for the full Goofa trophy, and then collected all of the books and the artifacts, as well as unlocked the Besties trophy for petting these 2 wolves. And that's when I decided to head to Muspelheim in order to battle the Valkyrie Queen Gna. But before doing that, I spent like 45 minutes going through Muspelheim challenges, which like in the previous game gave us a trophy in this game as well. And now was the time to attack the queen. Alright, let's get this show rolling, man. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. And as you can probably imagine, I died a lot. And on some attempts I wasn't even getting remotely close, which was driving me crazy. Bro, she's not even halfway done, man. Oh my god, bro. But at some point, this ended up happening. Come on, bro. I have 0 health left. Please. Just die already, man. Yes, bro. Oh my god. Yes, there we go. I'm literally like 3 frames away from dying here. She's done and dusted now. Give me my trophy game, please. Come on, there it is. The true queen is ours. I then left Muspelheim having collected a flower from each of the 9 realms, which gave us this trophy, and then went ahead and engaged in our last big fight of the game against the Berserker King himself, which to my surprise was not as difficult as I imagined. I mean, of course I died like once or twice, but I got there pretty quickly. Alright, there we go. I feel like after that Valkyrie fight, this king is just too easy for me, honestly. And that's it, there's our trophy, grave mistake. I then went and returned some random creatures to this dude for a new trophy, obtained all shields and fully repaired my amulet. And finally I quickly went and crafted the dragon scaled armor set and then fully upgraded it. And lastly went ahead and picked up my final relic before getting the platinum. And here we are, I just pick up this relic,
Why, that's the
let them
dwarven
talk a
sound
bit,
device Sindri used
and
during the Battle of Ragnarok. We might still find use for it yet.
finally, collector. And the Bear and the Wolf is ours. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one.